Hey there, welcome to this CRM tutorial. My name's Brian and I'll be showing you around. This video will be an overview of OnePageCRM, the simplest CRM for small businesses. It's already used by companies in more than 80 countries and has helped grow their sales. We'll cover many different features, starting with follow-up reminders and moving on to email outreach, pipelines, and more. Let's dive in. Customer relationships are all about interactions, whether via phone, email, or a meeting. But in sales, you don't make 20 random calls per day, you call specific contacts. That's why task management in a CRM should be contact-centric. In OnePageCRM, all tasks and follow-up reminders have priorities and are linked to contacts. Open a contact, type what you need to do for them, and choose whether you need to do it ASAP, today, or sometime in the future. And the reminder will be added instantly. If you need to check in with clients every 6 months, set a quick date for easier access. Next time, you can add it in one click. If you type a date and time, OnePageCRM will recognize them and set them up for you. And if you don't have a date yet, just queue this task for later. All contacts are automatically assigned to you, but if your plate is full, you can assign them to other users. Or delegate them later by dragging and dropping them on the contact page. If you have a repeatable process, you can create action templates. There, you can group different tasks and add them to contacts in bulk. On the contact page, your next action is always in the spotlight, highlighted in blue. Once you complete it, the blue area moves down to the next priority. If there are no further actions for a contact, the blue area doesn't disappear. Instead, OnePageCRM prompts you to set a new action so that this contact is never left behind. So adding follow-up reminders is easy, but sometimes there's not much left to do. If you've already sent a few reminders and are just waiting for a contact to be signed, flag your prospect as waiting. Waiting days are tracked automatically and such contacts have their own page, so you can quickly take action if things start dragging too long. There's also a calendar view in OnePageCRM. But if it's more convenient for you, you can sync it to another calendar. Browser notifications can be handy too. Install our free browser extension and we'll send you pop-up reminders for actions, or you can use our free mobile app. And if you no longer need to work on a contact, you can close the sales cycle and we'll delete all the actions. Your contact will still be in your CRM, it just won't be circulating in your action stream until you decide to reopen the cycle. But hey, as they say, it's better to try something once than to hear about it 1,000 times. So just go to OnePageCRM.com and try it out for yourself. Sorting CRM contacts by alphabet or deal size is not ideal. A name starting with A isn't more important, and bigger deals don't always mean higher priorities. In OnePageCRM, all tasks and follow-up reminders have priorities and are linked to contacts. Once you set a task, the contact will be added to your action stream. It's a dynamic list of contacts sorted by the urgency of their next interaction. In the action stream, the most urgent tasks are in red and float to the top. Then you have tasks for today and for the future. If there are several urgent actions for one contact, all of them will appear in your action stream. Now, when you're short on time, you can enable the focus mode. It's perfect for removing distractions and focusing on the tasks at hand. With the focus mode, you can hide contacts with overdue actions or actions scheduled for future dates. You can also apply a filter to work only with one of your segments. To see the full list of your contacts and actions, just turn off the focus mode again. So the action stream is very different to the usual A to Z contact list. You can do many things from this page. Change dates, drag and drop contacts, snooze overdue actions for later, switch filters, or star some contacts for quicker access. In the action stream, you'll see a quick overview of every contact, their deal sizes, statuses, and account sizes. Now click on that toggle view and you'll have your action stream on the left and a contact page on the right. So you can send emails, update deals, review invoices, and keep going until there's nothing left for the day. And when you want to bring the focus back to a single contact, return to the single column view. So, already tried the action stream? Well, if not, head over to OnePageCRM and give it a go. It's as easy to use as it looks. CRM contacts are like business assets. Leave them unattended and they'll depreciate. Nurture them consistently and they'll grow in value. That's why contacts are at the core of OnePageCRM. Every contact page has 4 sections: your current details, future interactions, pending deals, and past interactions. Let's have a look at each section in detail. The top part of a contacts page resembles a social media profile. Here you have phone numbers, email addresses, websites, as well as the contact's organization and relevant connections. You can quickly call, message, or email your contact from here. Click on the organization's drop-down to see other contacts associated with it. You can also assign contacts to team members, or add tags for better segmentation. If a contact has sensitive information, click on Edit and mark it as private. The status shows where your contact is in your sales funnel. You can add or delete status labels and color code them. In OnePageCRM, every contact can have a variety of custom fields that you can add and edit. Checkboxes, drop-down lists, numbers, or anniversaries. You can group and organize these fields with section dividers for easier navigation. If you see the Enhance button, that means that we found additional social data for this contact, which you can add with a single click. You can also quickly look up the contact on social media or add it to your Google Contacts list. Right under the profile, you have the blue Actions area with future actions, follow-up tasks, and scheduled emails. Below the Actions area, you can see the pending deals you're currently working on. Everything in the blue area are the actions that help move the deal through the pipeline. And once the deal is won, it then goes to the contact's timeline. The timeline has past notes, calls, meetings, deals, and emails associated with the contact. OnePageCRM also pulls data from other apps. In the widgets area, you'll see contacts invoices in QuickBooks, campaigns from MailChimp, or calls made via AirCall. So this, in short, is an anatomy of a contact in OnePageCRM. While you can find contacts automatically prioritized in your action stream, you can also view them in the traditional A to Z list in the Contacts tab and quickly navigate between letters. You can call or email contacts straight from this page and see the full list of all organizations. Click on an organization to open the account view. This is handy for B2B sales. To turn your CRM into a centralized hub of information, visualize connections between your contacts, like adding them to the same organization, defining cross-organizational relationships, or grouping contacts under a tag. You can import new contacts in bulk from the import page or add them manually from the action stream by filling out all the details. OnePageCRM makes contact management easy and organized, so build a contact list and start selling straight away. OnePageCRM works well for both B2B and B2C sales. After all, even if you sell to organizations, you still talk to individuals. And that's why, in order to create an organization in OnePageCRM, you first need a contact. Your action stream prioritizes interactions, but you can switch between the B2B and B2C views. Even if you just need an alphabetically sorted list, go to the Contacts tab and click Organizations. The account view is a summary of everything that is going on with an organization in your CRM. Their logo and main details, the total value of won and pending deals, associated contacts and their follow-up actions, and a list of pending deals with their assigned contacts. You can open the account view from different pages. From your action stream, so long as the organization has more than one contact. From the contact view by clicking on the organization's name or logo, or in the organization's list, as we've just seen a moment ago. You can add more contacts to the organization straight from the account view, link contacts from other organizations, such as external stakeholders, or filter all contacts associated with this company, which is handy for sending a bulk email or assigning them to other team members. Your database rarely stays the same. Sometimes people leave organizations. Instead of deleting contacts, split them from a company in one click. You can enter a new organization or leave it blank for now. To add new contacts to an organization faster, just click on Clone and we'll automatically populate some of the fields. Similar to Contacts custom fields, there are different field types you can create for an organization. Display them either only in the account view or also on the contact pages. Section dividers for organizations are especially useful if you have multiple teams using one CRM. Sales reps and account managers often need different data, Now, contacts and organizations are two sides of the same coin. If you're editing a contact and suddenly realize that the organization's phone number has changed too, easily switch to the organization editing mode. And if you usually have multiple contacts in one organization, you can sync their statuses and tags. Let's say you haven't converted Acme Inc. yet. If the sync is enabled, all contacts associated with this company will be automatically labeled as prospects. So that's it for now, but make sure to check out our other videos to get a full idea of how OnePageCRM works. Segmentation makes outreach more relevant and keeps your contact list well organized. In OnePageCRM, the left-hand menu lets you slice and dice your database. All of these tabs are filters. They sort and segment contacts based on different criteria related to things like actions, contact details, organizations, pipelines, and utility. Let's have a look at each of them. The action stream automatically sorts your contacts and prioritizes workload. If you're a manager, have a look at the team stream to see what your team is working on. Use the waiting tab for when the ball is in the client's court. The flag indicates how much time has passed in the waiting mode. So those are standard filters. Once you create a OnePageCRM account, they're instantly available. But you can also build custom filters by clicking on the filter icon. For example, let's find contacts with actions containing a specific keyword. You can see how many contacts meet this criteria. If you search for these contacts often, save this segment to the filters menu. Contacts have lots of data, so you can segment them based on call results, job titles, amongst other criteria. The same is true for organizations. You can build segments based on different fields or their combination. Let's say you have a trade show coming up in New York. Find all prospects based in New York and exclude those with lost deals. Run the filter, bulk select the prospects, and invite them to the trade show. If you need a quicker segmentation, use tags. They're fast to create and easy to adjust. You can even group them together. If you integrate with MailChimp, you could use OnePageCRM's tags to create targeted email campaigns on MailChimp. When it comes to pipeline-related filters, you have status labels and lead sources. But you can build custom segments too, based on deal values, expected close dates, or anything else. Statuses are customizable and color-coded. You can use them to advance contacts from lead to customer. They're easy to spot and reflect your sales process. Now, utility filters are a special category. They don't just segment your database, but they do a very specific job. For example, star contacts for building field trips in our free AI-powered route planner. See any recently reviewed contacts if you accidentally closed a tab, find duplicates in one click, or see all of your contacts that are marked as private. You can also search through your database, either through contacts or activities, or save custom searches for when you regularly search for a specific field. So as you can see, there are multiple ways in which you can segment contacts in OnePageCRM. Head over to your account and try them for yourself. The contact page in OnePageCRM can be a treasure trove of information. It has all of the current details, as well as your upcoming actions and past interactions with this contact, all on one page. Notes are a handy tool for keeping track of interactions. You can organize them into several categories. The background is a quick overview of a contact, and that's why it's at the top. As time goes on, you'll have more interactions with this contact, and that's where general notes are useful. Attach files via Google Drive or Dropbox, upload documents, or link notes to pending deals. You can also use notes to give team members a heads up if you'd like their opinion on something or just need to keep them in the loop. For meeting notes, besides general details, you can add the time and place of the meeting. And similar to meetings, call notes already have the date and time, but the outcomes are customizable. Differentiate between check-ins, introductory calls, or free consultations. So if you keep notes in your CRM, you can then use them to build customer segments. Let's say you've had a few calls this week and some prospects were interested to learn more. Select them and send a follow-up email in one go. And speaking of calls, OnePageCRM also has a free speed dialer, which prompts you to add a note right after ending a call. Now, if you scroll down the page, you can find all previous notes in the contacts timeline. Alternatively, you can switch to the organization's timeline to see notes and activities related to other contacts within the same company. So as you can see, in OnePageCRM, organizing your contact records is quite simple. Just open up your account and try it for yourself. With all the information available online, finding new clients should be exciting. The problem is that tedious copy-pasting gets in the way. This is why many businesses out there use Lead Clipper. By the end of this video, you'll see how you can use it to build a database of potential clients and how it organizes leads into a dynamic to-do list. So let's get started. Lead Clipper is a free browser extension that automatically detects publicly available contact info on any web page, email signature, or social media page. With a super simple interface, there's no technical knowledge needed. Yet, despite its simplicity, it can do quite a lot. First of all, Lead Clipper saves you time. If you've received an email from a potential lead, all you have to do is highlight their signature, click on the Lead Clipper icon, and all the data is ready to go into your CRM. Great, but not so fast, because you can go a little further and add some more useful info. It can be either a tag, a quick note for future reference, or a follow-up reminder. This is why the blue area stands out, to get your attention. And if your plate is already full, you can easily delegate by assigning reminders to one of your team members. Lead Clipper also works across different platforms. Let's say you've received an email from a lead. Their signature likely has all the need-to-know information, but their social media profile might have even more. Easily switch from one tab to another, and Lead Clipper will fill in the missing detail for that contact. Once you're ready, just hit save, and that's it. A new contact is created in your CRM, complete with all of the information you've captured. And the best part is that all of those captured leads are organized in a time-sensitive and color-coded to-do list. Then it's just a matter of going through that list, one task at a time, and turning those cold leads into hot sales opportunities. If the Lead Clipper is on, you'll also get desktop notifications for upcoming tasks. A pipeline in the CRM is a way of visualizing where you stand with each customer. But there's one catch. Your relationships with customers don't end after a sale. Ideally, you need two types of pipelines, one for sales and another for the post-sales process. And OnePageCRM has both. So let's dive right in and take a look. The pipeline page gives a few different options for how to view and manage your sales. The Kanban view mirrors your sales process, with each card representing a sales opportunity. It's assigned to a specific stage and contact. You can drag and drop deal cards between stages, delete, mark them as lost, or move them to the one column. These stages are fully customizable. Add, remove, and edit them to accurately reflect your process. If no follow-up action is scheduled for a deal, we'll let you know. You can edit the deal or take a closer look by simply clicking on it. If you have products with different sales cycles, create pipelines for each and easily switch between them. It's up to you to define what's important. For example, sorting by days inactive brings the most stagnant deals to the top. You can customize the sales pipeline even further and display commissions instead of total amounts. You can also zoom in on the deals of a particular team member, a user group, or a contact segment. Sort all the deals in a table view or export them in a file. But a sales pipeline is more than just sorting and organizing. It can help you see whether you're on track. Use the forecast view to predict sales revenue and see performance against your set targets. You can get a monthly, quarterly, or yearly sales forecast and base the prediction only on the won deals or the ones that are pending as well. In the forecast view, you can also set targets for each team member or a user group. When you win a sales deal, you can push it to a delivery pipeline. This feature helps you manage your post-sales operations, from initial specifications, feedback loops, and all the way up to completion. It's easy to customize delivery stages and filter this pipeline by team members, user groups, or tags. If follow-up tasks are missing, we'll also let you know. You can open any associated contact by simply clicking on the one deal and then add a next action. So having both a sales and a delivery pipeline is quite handy. But don't just take our word for it. Just go to OnePageCRM.com and see for yourself. A CRM is not a phone book. It's a tool for building relationships through interactions and value offers. Interactions are different touch points recorded in your CRM, so follow-ups, notes, or emails. Deals, on the other hand, are value packages you offer your customer, whether it's a housing listing, a consulting service, or a solar panel. In OnePageCRM, deals are very interactive. When you add a deal, the pipeline stages appear right away. Simply click on a stage to update it, name it, and choose what services or products it includes. The catalog has its own page, but you can add new items when creating a deal as well. You can group them in a bundle and add them all to a deal in one click. And that's it, the total amount is calculated automatically. But if needed, you can go deeper. Add commissions and costs, or create monthly recurring deals for contracted work or subscriptions. And if you have multiple people on the team, you can assign those deals to others. You can include a description for the deal and even add files. For example, if you've closed a deal, you could add a signed contract. This will help you keep all your customer interactions on their contact pages. Sharing deals with customers is also easy. Just click on Email Quote. We'll pull in all the data automatically and add it to its own template. All you'll need to do is hit send. Once a deal is created, you can update it from the contact page or manage it in the pipeline. Just like with contacts and organizations, you can create custom fields for deals too. For example, add discounts, payment terms, or membership types. In your action stream, we'll highlight which contacts have pending deals so your priorities are always clear. And by the way, you don't need to add deals one by one. If you've got them in a spreadsheet, you can import them in bulk. In OnePageCRM, all deals are linked to contacts. So if you're creating a deal from the pipeline page, you'll need to choose an associated contact, or create a new one right here. But enough with the theory. Real results are what truly matters. Try creating your first deal in OnePageCRM and let us know how it goes. Managing emails can be draining, which is why here at OnePageCRM, we place an importance on eliminating most of this hassle. Your emails are stored for each contact separately, grouped together, and are accessible to your whole team. You can see all emails to a client, whether from you or a colleague, in one place. And you can add reminders if any follow-ups are due. To keep things work-focused, only emails from your CRM contacts will be synced. So rest assured, your private communication will remain private. And if some VIP threads are not meant to be shared, it's easy to exclude them from the sync too. And this isn't just some shared workspace, it's a fully operational inbox. You and your team can send and receive emails in OnePageCRM, track email opens, use free templates, send bulk emails in just a few clicks, collaborate on drafts, schedule emails, and much more. Watch this short series to see how OnePageCRM makes inbox management super simple. Email templates save you lots of time. Having them in your CRM is even better, for one main reason. Your CRM can automatically fill in the missing data. For example, when you quote a client, do you still do the calculations in Excel? Once you choose a template, OnePageCRM will automatically add the deal amount alongside other variables like the recipient's name, organization, their reference number, and so on. The best part is you don't need to calculate anything. OnePageCRM will do the maths for you, consolidating the data from different fields. You can also include attachments to your templates. All emails will be sent directly from your email address, bypassing firewalls and spam folders. You can also choose to schedule them for later. Or if you're in a hurry, just hit save and ask your team to finish the draft. And hey, no email template should be set in stone, right? From time to time, they might need minor tweaks or even complete rewrites. So the next time you want to make some changes, head right in, do the work, and the template will be automatically updated for every CRM user. Quick and simple, as it should be. How do you send bulk emails? If you're still BCCing contacts one by one, there's a much simpler and faster way to do this. Sync your email client to OnePageCRM, select your contacts, and hit send. It's both a faster and more organized way to send bulk emails. There's no typing or copy pasting involved, and emails are grouped under each contact separately instead of being scattered all over your inbox. A key reason for this being super fast is the use of templates, which have variable fields that are filled out automatically. The preview mode lets you make any further edits just in case you missed anything. Like here, we don't want to shout, so let me correct this. I'm now ready to send this blast straight away or schedule it for later. I can also track each email to see when somebody opened it and how many times. With email tracking, salespeople can see if their subject lines strike the right chord, account managers confirm whether clients have received the latest updates, and customer support teams make sure that clients are reading responses with solutions. Email tracking also gives you peace of mind. If a potential client hasn't replied but opened your email, you know it didn't end up in spam, so a gentle reminder might help. If it remains unopened for days, consider reaching out via LinkedIn or giving them a call instead. OnePageCRM also shows you how many times your email was opened. If more than once, chances are you have a prospect who's very interested in your offer, so it's a perfect time to focus on this deal and pick up the phone. And once you finish the call, you can send them an automated thank you email with more info about the next steps. That's how you can have both email tracking and automation working together. The activity page is the beating heart of your team's progress. All actions completed, calls made, emails sent, and about everything else that happens across your company is logged here in real time, giving you a perfect overview of your team's sales progress. You can easily drill down into specific aspects of your recent activity. For example, you might want to check the calls you made last month. And if you need to get a quick overview of what each member of your team is currently working on, you can just as easily switch to their activity feed. When you want to quickly pull up a particular update, you can search for it on the activity page. Let's say you want to investigate how long it took you to close a certain deal. We keep the timeline tidy with all the updates neatly grouped so you can hone in on what matters to you. If you want to see the updates for a particular contact, you can do so from their contact page. And it's worth noting that we're all human and make mistakes. So if you've deleted a contact by accident, you can easily undo this from your activity page within 24 hours. And that's about it. So go check out the activity section for yourself. Sometimes you need to update several CRM contacts in bulk. First, find the contacts you want to change and select them all. It's there you'll see the bulk updates menu. From here you have a range of options. Let's say you had an intro call with a bunch of leads from the latest trade show and qualified all of them. In just a few clicks you can update their status, remove the outdated need qualification tag, and add a new one if you'd like. You can also use the bulk updates menu to send these leads a follow-up email after the call, or you could schedule it for later. And once your job is done here, you could assign these contacts to another team member for further nurturing. However, things don't always go as smoothly. If your action stream is full of overdue actions, you can easily clean it up. Select the first overdue contact, hold down your Shift key, and then select the last one. Then click to reschedule the actions to a later date. And that's it. The action stream is spotless again. Now, if the overdue actions are no longer relevant, you can use the bulk updates menu to easily delete them from several contacts all at once. You can do a few other updates with actions too. Let's say you're about to add some new services, and it'd be great for those new leads to know about them. You could insert a reminder for yourself to email them with a new brochure once it's ready. And if in a couple of days you decide that a physical copy would be better than a PDF file, you could overwrite the next action for all contacts in one click. When the day comes, you can complete these actions in bulk too. From the bulk menu, you can also delete leads that are not worth going after, do a quick export, save them to Google Contacts, or star them for faster access. Advanced updates give you even more options. For example, adding a custom field to a group of contacts or updating their lead source. The options here are near limitless. So as you can see, with bulk updates, you can save time and easily keep your database up to date. OnePageCRM connects with your most favorite tools and keeps all info under one roof.
All CRM integrations can be accessed from the profile menu. If there's any you use frequently, you can also pin these to the menu. For email marketing, you have a few apps to choose from. For example, OnePageCRM syncs data to MailChimp, so you can trigger automated emails for new leads. With the click-to-call feature, OnePageCRM makes it easy to call or send messages via WhatsApp or other calling apps. You can also integrate your CRM with accounting software such as QuickBooks or Xero and generate invoices on the spot. And if you want to save on storage, connect to Google Drive or Dropbox. If you prefer setting up your own integrations, you can also use Zapier, Make.com or our free API. There are also a bunch of interactive widgets. They show the data that is stored in other tools for each CRM contact, like invoices, support tickets, or email campaigns. Besides integrations, OnePageCRM also offers a variety of free tools. Use Lead Clipper to capture leads from web pages and social media profiles. Create and share web forms. And get our free route planning app, speed dialer, and a business card scanner. And we're not stopping there. Our marketplace is continually growing, so make sure to keep an eye out for new integrations.
While each client is unique, the basic sales steps often remain the same. If you found a sequence of tasks that works well for your sales process, you can add it to your CRM contacts in one click. Let's say that to increase the chances of closing a deal, you warm up your prospects using 3 steps. First, you make a qualifying call, then you provide a demo the next day, and lastly, follow up via an email after 2 days. You can organize all of these steps into an action template, save it for future reference, and then add it to new contacts in just a click. Once your workflow becomes more comprehensive, you can then add groups. For example, a group of tasks for prospecting, qualification, initial contact, closing, and even post-sales communication. And all users in your CRM account have access to these action templates. New actions are automatically assigned to you, but you can also assign them to other users. Maybe you're responsible for the qualification part, but not for the post-sales process. Now, action templates are super handy, but in sales, nothing stands still. If after a few months, you find out that it's better to follow up after 3 days instead of 2, it's easy to make this change. And if an action falls on a weekend, you can decide whether or not you want to burn that midnight oil. You can also insert templates to several contacts in bulk. Just select the contacts and choose the group you want to insert. It'll take just a few clicks, and your contacts will have a list of upcoming tasks with dates and priorities. So it all sounds great in theory, but it's even better in practice. So just go to OnePageCRM.com and try it out for yourself. OnePageCRM is fast to set up, but it's also easily customizable. If you need to record something specific, you can use custom fields. There are 3 types of custom fields in OnePageCRM: contact, organization, and deal fields. Contact fields are for individuals. For example, you can specify preferred channels, as not everyone likes calls, time zones if you have global sales teams, and birthdays or renewal dates. If you set a reminder, you'll receive an email. You can also make a custom field mandatory or not. Use the external ID field to connect contact profiles across different systems. So say you use OnePageCRM for sales and MailChimp for email marketing. Open the contact on MailChimp, copy the URL and paste it, replacing the unique value with the ID variable. Once filled out, this field becomes a hyperlink, bringing you directly to the MailChimp profile. You can also create custom fields for organizations. For example, it could be the number of employees, tax ID, or annual revenue. For deal fields, you can customize reason lost, add deal types, top objections, or anything else specific to your sales process. OnePageCRM helps you manage deals not only during the sales cycle, but also in post-sales operations. Use section dividers to differentiate between the 2 processes. Custom fields are great not only for recording data, but also putting it into action. Let's say you run a real estate agency and you just got a brand new property in a sought-after area that's perfect for families. In a simple click, you can pull up the contacts who are interested in viewing it
and schedule an email to each one of them. And that's it. Store the information you need and pull it up when you need it. In order to track sales metrics, you can build custom reports in your CRM. They provide a summary of all your CRM activities in the usual table format and are fast and easy to create. Perhaps you'd like to get an overview of your team's lead generation efforts on a weekly basis. Select the KPIs, the appropriate date range, a time frame, and click Run. And this is the summary of what your team has been up to this week. You can modify it or download it to a spreadsheet, which is handy for quick one-time use. You can also save it if you need this report regularly. Give it a name, select who can see it, and even choose to have it emailed right to your inbox. Let's say every Friday at 3 p.m. OnePageCRM will now automatically update and send you the report every week on the dot. And once saved, all reports are listed in your CRM, ready to be updated as needed. So you and your team can now focus on selling while OnePageCRM handles the numbers. With OnePageCRM, sending sales quotes to prospects takes about 30 seconds. Imagine you've just finished a call with the prospect and they're interested in your premium services. Create a new deal, select a stage, and insert your premium package in one click. And OnePageCRM will automatically calculate the total amount for the service. Once you fill out all the relevant fields, save the deal and click on Email Quote. This is a pre-saved template with an auto-generated quote. Just hit send, and that's it. You can even customize your quotes. In Apps and Integrations, select Quick Quotes and open the quote block settings. You can add or remove data using the variable fields. For example, the discount size, the package type, and any other custom fields you may have saved. You can also change its color. The quote block is a variable that you can use in any email. Just make sure to insert the correct one if there is more than one deal associated with this contact. Quick Quotes is a simple add-on available to all OnePageCRM users for free. Generate professional-looking sales quotes in just a few seconds. Sales is a team sport, and that's why OnePageCRM made team collaboration so easy. Let's say one of your prospects has a technical question. Well, then it's time to bring your technical colleague, Nina, into the conversation. Once the inquiry is resolved, Nina leaves a note with the quick mention to Brian. Brian will be instantly notified about the comment and the sale can move forward. And if someone on your team is behind on their targets, open the team stream and reprioritize the workload. In just a few clicks, you can assign their contacts to someone else, move deals between team members, or reassign actions to others. A sales CRM is a shared workspace, and that's why your team has access to documents, widgets, and the shared inbox. OnePageCRM's email sync works for all users. If your colleague leaves the company, their emails with the VIP prospect stay inside your CRM, so you can pick up the conversation where it was left off. You can also control user access to your CRM data. If you don't want anyone to accidentally delete contacts or deals, change their user permissions. If you hire an external contractor, you can make them a focused user. They'll have access only to their own contacts and won't be able to see your whole database. You can also divide your team into groups. This makes it easier to filter the dashboard, pipelines, as well as report on group KPIs. And if you want to get real-time updates on new contacts, email sent, actions created, and so on, check out the activity section.